The name of the choir is
Amazing Ensemble.
Amazing
Ensemble.
Amazing Ensemble in Sweden.
Yeah.
Semitasa no ye not domarakwa easy or fresh. And this is coming from the camp of Daniel Kari Nyameke and the amazing ensemble based in Sweden. He's here with me live in the studio. And this is a special dedication to my wife, because this is the first time airplay. It's exclusive to Gertrude Aheto, Denzel Sedinam, and Clenham. No comment. All right, Daniel, how are you doing, my brother?
Very well.
Very well. The song is titled what?
Uniiq
Fm. What kind of good news do you have for us?
The good news is we're all alive, and it's just by the grace of God.
In the midst of coronavirus,
Yes, that is the
we are
good
surviving.
News. That is the good news.
Wonderful. So where did you get the inspiration from?
I had the inspiration from all the grace of God that I was enjoying.
Can you give some typical examples so that we can key into that kind of good faith, or what was happening at that time?
Yes. When I actually sit and then think of how some of my friends want to hit me with stone, but it has been the grace of God. Getting to school, when I tell you how I got to school, it's just a miracle. And when I tell you my current state, where I am now, it's just by the grace of God. Even with what is happening now, that is what even inspired me more to just release the song, to bring the song out. Because we've witnessed what has happened in other nations, and it's so terrible. But look at us. It's just by the grace of God we are surviving in the midst of this pandemic.
Wow. And this is inspirational from being a cassava seller and becoming a great composer in the national studios of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And we're also streaming live on www.GBC Ghana online. So the whole world is listening to you. And I hope people are going to draw inspiration from the conversation we're going to have this evening. All right, tell us how you were growing up, and I think where the music came in. If you can share that with us.
Yes, when I was just a little boy, my mommy was a chorister, and so she took me along anytime she was going for choir practice and rehearsal. And then somewhere along the line, my daddy became a sophomore, and then so his first station, the church had nothing. There were no musical instrument. So when the church started gathering, instruments, and that was where I actually convinced myself that no, I have to learn. But there was a problem. Most of the church elders were just putting some of us away because they realized maybe somehow we're going to, destroy the keyboard or something. So they were pushing us away. But before they realized, even my parents, anytime, they just didn't buy into the idea because they think we might spoil it or something.
So no one taught you how to play?
Somebody taught me, but it started with me. Motivating myself that yes, I want to do it.
All right. So from your childhood, where did you continue?
Yeah. So I had a friend in the church who we were learning with, but he was ahead of me. He got married today. Congratulations to him, Matthew Coffee. And then I was visiting him, so he gave me the basics. But before that, there were two senior brothers of mine who were in the Wesley College in Kumasi. And then my father invited them after we got the new instrument. And when they were leaving, said, "You come here. We are leaving. So come." So they introduced me to the four basic chords. They introduced me to chord 1, chord 4, chord 5. They introduced me to that, and they left. So that was my first basis. That was where it all started, and I built upon those scores that were introduced to me, and then this is how far I've come.
Wow. And then from there, you moved to where else?
From there, going to the secondary school was also another chapter that gave me much exposure and much room to learn a lot. When I went to the secondary school, because I had the basis, when I went to Form 1, when my teachers realized what was in me, they left the school choir for me. And it normally doesn't happen, but they left it for me to take full charge of the choir. So I was playing for events and I was teaching the choir as well. So it actually gave me, the chance to learn more, because thinking of tomorrow I'm going for choir practice, what do I have to teach? So I need to go through, do all that. Then the interest was every day growing until I had admission to the university to study music also, and it was all joy. I think it was a dream realizing.
Are you still a student? Where? In which institution?
Yeah, I am still a student in Uniiq, but pursuing MPhil music.
All right, now wonderful. Let's talk about your music. Is this the first time you're composing?
No, I started composing long ago.
So how many compositions do you have so far? Original compositions.
Original compositions. If I'm not afraid to say, I have over 300.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. I have over 300 songs.
Over 300 songs. Yes, and out of the 300 songs, you decided to record this one.
Yes, not just this one. There are other recorded ones. So I'm currently working on 2 albums, which is almost done. Yeah, of which this is a song on one of the albums which I decided to release today.
All right, so let's enjoy a bit of it. We'll be back with the conversation. You're still live on 95.7, and I'm here with Daniel Kari Demeke, and he's out with a brand new album featuring the amazing ensemble in Swedro with the title Uniiq Fm. Indeed, in spite of coronavirus, we are still surviving. All right, so that's it. A new one coming from Daniel Kari Demeke. All right, so do you play for a church, or do you handle a church choir?
Yes, I play in the Bethel Methodist Church.
Wow, that's one. All right, wonderful. So for about 3 months now, you've not been going to church.
Yes.
And what do you think going forward we should do as choir masters or music directors? Because for 3 months you are not going to church, and some music masters they are still looking forward to their remuneration or salary or allowance or whatever they call it, and the church also depends on tithes and offerings to pay their church workers, and this issue is a very big one in the choral ministry. What's your take on this?
Yes, this is a very big issue anyway. Yes, for 3 months we've not been in church, and for 3 months most choral musicians are not being paid. And then what I have to say going forward, what I have realized is, being a musician, even though there are some churches who have employed full-time musicians, but I think most of our people, most of the musicians and choir masters in the church are not employed, on a full-time basis. And so I believe some of us need to start doing something apart from the church, business, because the church can be failing at any time. And this is an example. It's not one's fault, but it's happening, and it's affecting everybody. So what can we do now? But here is the case. There are other parts of the music world going on. It's just going on, and people are still making money out of the music. People are making money. You understand? And so I think going forward as musicians, we need to look at the whole thing from a different perspective.
Yeah. We should have a second option.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, we're now in digital era. I know most of the church musicians, and let me say the choral musicians, are not too much, into this kind of technology. What do you think the institutions should do? Because you have been through and you are still there. What should the institutions be doing new so that we can also take advantage of this digital space as choral musicians, as composers, or as performers?
Yes, I think in our current state, most of our choral composers, choral musicians have limited their audience to the church. Most of us have limited our audience to the church. And that has become a very big problem. If you limit your audience to your church members only, it means you're comfortable. You're not working so hard to meet other audience. And so one of the things that we can do is we need to be looking at other sites. The digital market is there. Now when somebody composes, the next thing that comes to mind is send it to my choir to sing. Send it to my choir to sing. And without a choir singing in church, and then he just becomes happy. That is my song. It was written by me, and you make nothing out of it, and you become a hungry man. There are a lot of people who have compositions that have been sung in the church. Of course, you gain, you feel so good when your song is sung in church. Trust me, you feel so good. You feel so good. People become so happy. Oh, you wrote a song, you've done well. But at the end of the day, you become hungry. Unlike history, there were composers who were employed by the church. They were just composing. Court composers were there. They were just composing, and they were making money out of it. But now it's not like that.
I'm happy you have moved from that level, from that church setting to the digital space. Do you have any final words before we say goodbye to our audience? What's going to happen to Uniiq Fm? You told me 1st June.
Yes.
You are going to put it online. So
Yes.
if you can talk about that.
So one of the things that we can do now, we are making use of the digital space. Now you can't go have a concert or something like that. And so what I am doing now is the song will be live on most of the digital, markets online by Monday, 1st June. Most of the songs will be there. And these are spaces that can actually give you money also. So the song will be live on Audio Mark. It will be live on YouTube also. I think most of our people are conversant with YouTube. So on Monday, you can go to Caridan Music Chamber on YouTube, and you have the song there to download and to listen to. And those of our friends too outside, some of our friends around who are more conversant with the audio markets too, you can go to Audio Mark, you can go to Deezer, you can go to Shazam, and then Apple Music, and you'll find the song there. And you just
All right, let me say thank you so much, Daniel, for passing through, and let me say congratulations to you. You started as a cassava seller, and by God's grace, you are now doing your MPhil, and now you can make mention of all the digital platforms where you can market your songs. Have a very wonderful evening, and I hope to have you once again after you have been able to load all the songs on all the various platforms. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much.
Good evening to you, Enoch Boahen. Good to know that your dad is here. Have a wonderful evening too.